Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. So today we'll discuss some questions on abstract reasoning, a variety of questions, the question types which have been asked in the past in the examination. Okay, so abstract reasoning is it is also an important section for this examination because in other examinations you hardly get any questions from this topic, but this is unique to this examination. You get around 25 questions from this topic. So one must be aware of different kinds of questions that are asked, like series based, analogy based, right, and figure counting. Different varieties of questions have been asked in the past, and let us solve some such questions from this topic. So let's start with the first question. This is a question which is based on analogy. Okay, so quite a simple one. So you have to tell that if this first figure holds some relation with the second figure, so the same relation exists between third and fourth figure. So we need to tell that what is that relation. It's a very simple relation. If you see the image, you'll be able to easily identify that. So if we see this first and second, right, what is happening from first to second? It's a water image, right? If you look it in water, it will look like this. That is the water image. So we need to take the water image of this, right? Water image of this will look like this, this, and this. So the answer is option B. Okay, so just see this image and this image. That's a water image. If we reflect on a horizontal line, it will look like this, right? This arrow would go up, and this flat line will come on the bottom like this. So we will take water image of this, so that becomes our answer. Okay, very simple, straightforward. Again, this is also a very easy one, analogy. So a relation is given between first two figures. The same relation should exist between third and fourth figure. So if we see this is there is a circle and it becomes a square. Okay. Now in this case, the circle is at center, so square should be at center. Okay. So this can directly reject all those. You can directly say that the answer is B. Okay. Another question on analogy. So 1 and 2 hold a relation, right? There's a relationship between 1 and 2. So same relation between 3 and 4 also. So which image should come in this place so that the same relation exists between 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So what is happening from first image to the second image? If we see here, so we see that we had two stars, it became one star. So this moved to this side and the number reduced from 2 to 1. We had a plus sign, it came this side and it became double signs. Dollar came here and $2 signs, and this went this side. So they have to go move in a clockwise direction. Okay. So at the rate will come here, right? And then this arrow will come here, V will come here, percentage will come here. Now there were two, right? And now these two will become 2. Okay, so these two are 2, so these will be 2. So 2 at the rate sign here and 2 arrows here, V and percentage. Okay, so we see that in option A. Okay, so 2 times this arrow sign, 2 times at the rate sign, percentage and V. Okay, now previous ones were way too simple, right? And now we will see that this one. Now there are 5 elements inside this, so you have to check the movement of the 5 elements, how they are moving in this. So if we see the first and the second image, what is happening in these two images is, so this plus symbol has come down. Okay, so this triangle should come down. So that is available only in option B. If you want to verify other things also, so this circle went this side. Okay, so this pentagon should go this side. Yes, that is fine. And this shape went this side. Okay, so this circle should go this side. That is also correct. So you've tested for multiple elements, right? So that is the right answer. You do not need to check for all 5. You can check for 2, 3. In this case, the options were, I mean, very easy. So one could easily do this, right? By just checking one of the figures. But if there were options better, then you could have checked for 2 to 3 elements. That should do it. You do not need to check for all elements. And another variant of question is figure counting. Last year there were some questions on this. So it asks that how many triangles are there in the given figure. How many triangles are there in this given figure? Now there are certain standard formats. You know those formats that help you answer these questions faster. Otherwise, if you count manually, it takes a lot of time to find the number of triangles. Okay, all of you are saying 12. Most of you are answering 12. Chinta has said 15. Okay. So some days back, I had taken a video on this also, the standard formats of counting triangles. Okay. So if you have to count figure, I'll tell you a standard format. If a triangle is like this and it has n partitions, okay, if it has n partitions, like suppose this has 2 partitions, okay, so number of triangles will be 1, 2, 3. So 2 partitions means 1 and 2, so 1 plus 2 is 3. Okay, now if a triangle has 3 partitions, then what will happen? You will say 1, 2, 3, 3 triangles, then 1, 2 will be another triangle, right? 2, 3 will be another triangle, and 1, 2, 3 combined will be another triangle. So you just add 1 plus 2 plus 3, that is 6, right? So whatever be the number of partitions, right? So if we see the 3 partitions, so sum of first n numbers. So if it is n partitions, n plus 1 by 2, that is the sum of first n natural numbers. Suppose if there are 4 partitions, 1, 2, 3, 4. So just add this 1, 2, 3, 4. So you will get 10 triangles. Okay, total 10 triangles. Now in this case, on the upper side we will have 6 triangles because 3 partitions. On the lower side we will have 6 triangles. Okay, so whenever you have to find count the number of triangles, first thing is you find the standard formats, right? So you should know what is the standard format. So generally you will have some standard format being followed. Okay, using that standard you find that, then you add the number of triangles that is formed using the combination. Okay, so you've already found out 12. Now 12 cannot be the answer, there will be more also. Now this is on the upper part above this line and 6 triangles below this line. Now if you see this, if I make this line, right, how many triangles can I form from this? 1, 2 and 3. 3 more triangles can be formed using this line as the base. We had not counted this complete triangle. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 3 more triangles. So the total number of triangles will come as 15. So 6 triangles on this upper part. Suppose this is the line. 6 triangles on upper part, 6 triangles on lower part, then 3 triangles in the combination. So we'll get a total of 15 triangles. Okay, so you must know the standard formats and then find the combination of when you club those figures. Okay, so we are given a dice and these letters are marked here, right? So we have to tell that what letter will come opposite to 2. What will come opposite to 2? Now, how do we do this dice based question is, right? So I'll tell you 2 ways to do this. One is by visualization, one is by learning the technique. Okay. So visualization says that, so what we do in this case is, right, we will just see one thing is common, that is V. Okay. So when V is common and is at different positions, so there are certain rules. If it is at same position, that means, like suppose V was at this position in this also, so then these pairs are opposite. Okay, but when it is a different position, so what we do is we go in a clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so after V we have 2, right, and after V we have go. Okay, so if we are going from V to 2, that is the first one, so 2 will be opposite to go, and the second thing is in, right? And here the second one is, this is first, this is second, this is first, this is second. So in will be opposite, add will be opposite to in. Okay, so we have opposite to V as opposite to 2 is go. So if two dices are shown which have one common face, right, and at different position, so we just go, we start from that either in anti-clockwise direction or clockwise direction, right? It does not matter. If you count this way also, that add would be first. So in this case, add will be opposite to add. Okay. So we went in clockwise direction. So 2 comes first and go comes first. So 2 is opposite to go and add is opposite to in. So that's how we get the answer. Okay, there are some rules for that also. Sometimes you might have a session on this. Different rules related to dice, right? How to find opposite faces. So cube is made by folding the given sheet, and in the cube formed, what would be the symbol on the opposite side of dollar? This is a cube and dice based question. It has some rules, right? If you understand those rules, you can easily answer these questions, right? Based on opposite figures, they might show you a shape of cube also and ask that which of these cubes can be formed. Now see this, whenever you are given a shape, okay, and like they will give you an unfolded portion. So how do you find the opposite faces is you take the longer side. Okay, this is the longer side. In this, alternates are opposite. So at the rate will be opposite to percentage. Okay, and hash will be opposite to dollar, and the remaining third pair is and will be opposite to star. So the vast opposite dollar we have hash symbol. Okay, so remember this rule whenever you are given an unfolded dice and they have given you a shape. So take the longest side and take the alternates. Like at the rate is opposite to percentage, hash is opposite to dollar, and the remaining one that is the third pair of opposite. And opposite faces do not cannot be seen together. So next one, a figure is given with 6 parts and 4 parts are A, B, C, D, and one of the parts is incorrect. You have to find that incorrect part. So it's like a wrong number series. We are given a series of numbers, like you are given in number questions, right? Number series and one is wrong. So similarly, one of them is incorrect. We have to find that incorrect part. A, B, C, or D. And tell the reason also why that part is incorrect. D is incorrect. Option D or I mean, because the options here are different from this. Okay, C is incorrect. All right, so let us see that what can be the logic here. So one thing could be like if we see vertical lines, horizontal, vertical, and both horizontal, vertical, and horizontal, right? So it is uh, different that the orientation is not the case, because if you see this horizontal, 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 vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal, so that is not the case, right? So now let us see another thing that could possibly be the lines, right? 3 3 2 2 3. Okay, so we have 9 plus 4 13. Okay, and we have 2 3 2 1 1 2 2. So we have 7 plus 6 13, 2 2 3 3 3, 9 plus 4 13, 2 3 2 2 2 3. Okay, so these are 14 lines, 1 2 1 2 1 2 and 1 2 1, 4 4 5 13. Okay, and 3 3 3 2 2. So 9 plus 4 13. Right, so this image has 14 lines. All others have 13 lines. This has 14 lines. So hence it is the odd one out. Okay, so odd one out could have different logics, right? So here it was counting of lines. So you must be thinking from different dimensions. Other logic could have been like horizontal and vertical lines, the orientation of lines, but that was not the odd one, because in this also we have so in all others we had vertical lines, and so this center we had horizontal lines. These two have horizontal plus vertical both. Okay, so orientation could be another thing. Then number of lines could be another thing. There could have been shifting of images, etc. Okay, so choose the figure which is different from another. Which one is another from different from others? Third one, how it is different? So it has, first if you see, it has 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4 5 6. It has 6 circles. Then it has 2 4 6 7 circles. It has 4 circles, and it has 4 4 8 circles. Okay, now why do you say C is different? Middle dots. Okay, middle dots, if we see, this is 1 1 1 1, it's 1 1 1 2. They have exactly at the same position. They have just added one extra here, and in this case also 4 were originally there. There is no dot in the first column, so it does not, also does not have first, right? So like sometimes odd one out questions can be uh, very weird also. Okay, so you cannot get that logic. So one logic could be odd number of circles. Okay, third row has 2 dot in third blocks, so it has third row, it is only one. Why C? First column. So first column here also you do not have anything, right? Here also we do not have anything in the first column. Third first column, right? So third figure, first column, we do not have anything, right? And it is this also, this first image also does not have anything. Okay, saying that that first row, it does not have anything. So see, logic could be anything, right? Now you can say that uh, like going by this logic, you can say that in fourth image there are four in this, right? So sometimes it is very difficult to say which one is correct in this, right? So people can look from different perspective, right? So some people might say that this has odd number of circles, right, and all others have even number of circles. Then most of you are saying that first row is empty. Okay, that could also be a way to see the answer, that the first row is empty, in all others first row is filled. Okay, that could be another way to see it, right? So this could be, there could have different perspectives. Okay, because see the positions, even though if you call it odd one out, the positions remain same, right? And it is not in a sequence. It is not saying that these are in sequence 6 7 8 9, right? They are in random order, right? 6 7 4 8. So there could be different ways to answer this question. Okay, so odd one out are generally sometimes very tricky. Okay, so uh, you will have you might have different opinions on that. Okay, so but according to me, the answer should be 2 because it has odd number of dots. Okay, so if you increase the number of dots, obviously in every row and column it will increase, right? You will get one more in this. So if it were 4, so you will not be able to place in all the rows. If it were 5, you would increase in the number of rows, right? It was 6, then you would increase somewhere else. If it was 7, then you will have even more. 8 would have even more. Okay, so in the following question, select the wrong figure from the given series. Now this is a series, right? It's not uh, like previous one was random. This is a proper series. Select the figure which is wrong. So there are five images in the series, and one of them is not following the pattern. Now let's see this. Right. So we have a triangle at the bottom. Okay, and this arrow kind of shape on the top. Right. So if you see the triangle in the first image is pointing this side, then it moves by 45 degree and it becomes straight. Okay. Then it moves by 45 degree, then it becomes in this direction. Okay, then again 45 degree means this, and then 45 degree means this. So that is the way the triangle is moving. Okay, now if you see this, if you look from the bottom of the triangle, this is on the left side, this is on the right side. See from the bottom of the triangle. Okay, so in all options except this, we see that left side has the dot, right side has this arrow, right? Left side dot, right side arrow, left side dot, right side arrow, left side dot, and right side arrow. But in this case, the left side is the arrow and right side is this dot. Okay, so this is your odd one out. So we are given a series, and this is different from the others. Right? It is about rotation of figure. So everything is being followed. The triangle is rotated 45 degree in each of the images. On the left side we have the dot, and the right side we have the arrow. But in this case it is opposite. So that is why it is incorrect. Okay, so this is a simple one, mirror image one. You have to tell that what is the mirror image of this. So last year there were even questions on mirror and water images, direct questions. Okay, so it is quite simple. You can directly eliminate options 1 and 3. Okay, so if we see 1 and 3, and should come at end, right? That is in this. Then and VE, that is fine, right? So let us look at from this side also. So last will be 2, and 2 before 2 it will be S, right? In this case it is small, it is large. So that was in this case. It SIS. So just look at the end 2, 3 figures. You will be able to eliminate the options. Okay, so no need to make the complete thing. Just see this, that last should be and we eliminated 2 options. And then we look from this side IS and this 2S and this, we get option D as the answer. Choose the option which completes the given figure series. This is a series, we have to tell that. How will it be completed? So check element by element. Okay, so if you see this in the first image, we have this circle at the top. Okay, so it has come at the bottom, it is at the top, so it will be at the bottom. So we can straight away eliminate 2 of the options, right? Now let us find the shaded part that is on the left top. Now this is on this side, this is on this side. So this shaded portion is going anti-clockwise. So first part is shaded here, next here, next here, next here. So this part should be shaded. That gives us answer option D. Okay. If you can answer in one element itself, no need to check all elements. Okay. Or like if you want to check, then you could have checked with any of the elements. You could have checked with triangle also, you could have checked with this also, you would have got the answer. Okay. You have to find the uh, next image in this series. So let us see this series, that how it goes. So first of all, it is like a 45-degree rotation, right? If you see this from first to second, if it is rotating by 45, then again by 45, uh, then again by 45, but A looks wrong because this is the triangle which is cut. So figure A is incorrect in this. Okay, so by that logic, it should be the answer should be C. But in this case, A is wrong, right? A should be the image should be like this, because the left one is the one which is cut into two parts. Right? Then it becomes a right series. Okay, so rotation is fine, but this in this image this should be the shaded portion. You have to find which will follow the next series. One is your diagonal partition, then we have a horizontal or vertical partition. So this line has the first image has a horizontal line, second has a vertical, third has a horizontal, fourth has vertical, fifth has horizontal. So first thing should be a vertical partition, right? So you can eliminate option B, right? So we are left with A, C, and D. Okay. Now let us see uh, which side will be the your shaded one. Okay, so this was shaded, then opposite side got shaded. Then in this case, horizontal, horizontal, and this again horizontal. This got shaded. Okay, so this is shaded, this is shaded. Left side, right, left. So same position cannot be shaded. So this does not look to be the right answer. Either it should be A or C. First to third, because both these have horizontal lines. So this went, the shading went to this part, and then but something looks incorrect in this image. Or second, fourth. One. Okay, so it should be C. I'll tell you how. Okay. So let us say, first of all, we find the horizontal or vertical line. Then let us visualize that it is actually 8 partitions. Okay. So they have shaded 1/8 of this. So just visualize this, that there are 8 partitions. Okay. Now if you see this from first, third, and fifth, they follow one pattern. Okay, first is this, then 1, 2, 3. So this is now shaded. Okay, so from third, 1, 2, 3, this is shaded. Okay, so that is what is being followed between first, third, and fifth. Now see this one, 1, 2, 3. So this part is shaded. Okay, in the second image. So we will go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this part should be the shaded part. Okay, so this will be the shaded part, hence it is in option C. Okay, so that will be the answer. So alternately we have horizontal and vertical this thing, right? So in this case we have horizontal partition, in this second one we have vertical partition, then horizontal again, then vertical again, horizontal again. So we will have a vertical partition, so by which we removed option B. Okay, then if we see first, third, and fifth, so they follow one, that's an alternate series being formed, right? So this was shaded 1, 2, 3, this portion is now shaded 1, 2, 3, this portion is now shaded. Okay, now in the second image this is shaded. Now 1, 2, 3, this portion should be shaded in the next one, right? 1, 2, 3, this, so this portion should be shaded, and hence the answer is option C. Okay, so it's an alternate series, it's not a complete series, it is an alternate series, right? So 1, 3, and 5 have a sequence, 2, 4, and the sixth image will have another sequence. Now this looks pretty weird, I do not see complete correctness in this. Okay, so if we see this, like if you bring this down, this part, if you bring down, it becomes this, right? If you bring this part down, okay. So ideally, if you bring this down, it should be a circle, but see these two you can directly reject. Okay, so these two you can directly reject. Now out of this, we will not be able to form an extra line. Okay, so this shape is formed using these two images. So if we take these two parts, right, and I add them, we get this shape. Okay, so if you have two semicircles, if we join them, we will be able to get this, right? So we've just joined them, we are not like, see, this is about just taking things to one side, right? So this was just dragging this part down and you get the shape, but if you drag this part down you will not get a complete circle, but the closest one is this, and so we will, once we mix these two parts, we'll be able to get a circle. Okay, so that will be uh, last year there were different varieties of questions. Till 2020 there was mainly series, analogy, odd one were the particular types that were asked till 2020. Okay, but in 2021 we had a mix of questions, right? So there was certain on like mirror and water images, figure counting, etc., etc. So be prepared with all things, right? You do not know what can be asked in the examination, and some questions can always be debatable, especially the odd one questions, and these are mostly debatable because people have different perspective to look at images, right? Some might count odd and even numbers, some might count some other thing. So that is the case. Odd one is like, even if it is not in abstract reasoning, in general terms also odd one is often debatable. Okay, so that is it for today's class. Thanks for watching the video. Have a great day ahead. Goodbye.